Hey, Chicago. Thank you for coming by. This is Tory Christman. I used to be Tory Bezazian. I was married to Harold Bezazian, both of us from Chicago. I grew up in Park Ridge. I love Park Ridge. It's a wonderful town. And then my parents moved to Lake Forest, which I have to say wasn't my happiest time in my life. But my husband grew up in, what do they call it, the upper... his mother had a great, I forget, the north side, is that it? The north side? I think so. Anyway, it was like north of downtown. Anyway, they grew up around Foster Avenue, and they have the Harold Bezazian Library, which was Harold's father's brother, and he died in the war. And the library is named after him. Their grandfather created it. But they got into Scientology in 1950 with L. Ron Hubbard. He came to Chicago. And I don't know if he came to Chicago or if they read the book and went to some congresses. I think that was it. They went to some congresses. But they started Dianetics in Chicago, doing these little meetings in their house. And L. Ron Hubbard actually mentions them on some of the tapes, saying thank you to Wing and Smokey Angel, who were some people who got in years ago, and Flo and Paul Bezazian. And years later, they wrote him and said, why did you mention our names? And he said, because you helped me get Scientology started in Chicago. So the Bezazian family was a very beginning start of Chicago. And they actually, this is Operation Reconnect, which you all have now this weekend. And I was married to Harold Bezazian, but then in 2000 I woke up and left, and he divorced me. So I haven't really been connected to him. That was a big disconnection. And before that, his brother's children all live in Chicago. They work for the Chicago Fire Department. And it's not like they're disconnected. I mean, their father wasn't really into Scientology either, but it was like the family kind of factored apart because of Flo and Paul and Harold being in Scientology and the rest of them not. And so, I would love to talk to Harold. I would. I mean, I was married to him for 27 years, and it's really sad to have that kind of thing. Scientology has a big deal on that. If you're against Scientology, they have a thing where you can do good roads, fair weather, meaning you just talk about good roads and fair weather, or you disconnect from the person. And Harold's Scientology is like a triangle. He's at the top. He's OT 8, which is operating Thetan 8. And you would think at the top of something you would be very able, right? And I'm not saying he isn't. I think he's a very able guy. But he can't talk to me because that's part of the religion. And I don't believe that's a religion. I believe it's a cult. But anyway, Scientology's been around in Chicago for many, many years. There's probably quite a few families there that have been broken up because of Scientology. And if you're there and you hear me, I hope that you, whoever you are, you call your husband, you call your wife, you call the children, call your parents, and the parents try to talk to your children. It's like a family should not be broken up over a religion. It just shouldn't. It's not right. It's not religious. And I don't care what L. Ron Hubbard said or the Sea Org says, it's not right. And if you just think of it in your heart, is that right for a child to be torn away from his parents and he can never talk to his parents? Is that right? No, it's not. It just isn't. It isn't today, tomorrow, or the next day. And it isn't right that my husband of 27 years can't talk to me. And I hope he reconnects with me. I hope he does. And I hope for his family's sake, well, the parents died, so they can't really reconnect with them now. And they didn't really disconnect from the kids, but they did kind of do the good roads, fair weather stuff, which is pretty crummy too, because it's just like not really having real communication. But unfortunately, that's how Scientology is designed. You're either in or out, like Tom Cruise said. You're in or you're out. And that's it. That's the way they are. They're very fanatical, and I'm very happy to be out. I've been way happier since I left. I mean, it's just been a wonderful thing. I've met great people. I want to thank Anonymous. You've done a fantastic job. And I really hope for all of Chicago, the Chicago area, that you guys listen to this and that you are helping each other get back together And for anybody else really in the world, because it's going to be on the net, Chicago had called me and asked me if I'd make a video about it. So here it is. But for anybody else, I hope you can help some people come back together on this Operation Reconnect too. Okay? And I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Enjoy Chicago.